CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Glad you could be with us on this Thursday. Tragic news out of Sault Ste. Marie. Police say 2 people involved in that crash last week on Black Road have died of their injuries, including a young child. Investigators say on January 7th, a van was speeding when it crossed into oncoming traffic and struck an SUV head-on. That SUV was then struck from behind by another vehicle. The driver of the van, the driver of the SUV, a 2-year-old passenger and an infant were all taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries. In a release today, police say the driver of the van and the 2-year-old both passed away. And a GoFundMe page has been set up to help the family of that 2-year-old victim. As of this afternoon, the fundraiser had collected $190,000. You can read more on this story by going to our website, CTV News Northern Ontario.ca. A legal battle ended at the Sudbury courthouse today. Jesse Brave was sentenced for a brutal attack over a dispute with a neighbor. CTV's Amanda Hicks has more.
34-year-old Jesse Brave was sentenced to the equivalent of 4.5 years in prison. It's in relation to a stabbing in Chelmsford on November 22nd, 2024. Brave was initially charged with attempted murder but pleaded guilty to aggravated assault. During the case, court heard that violence broke out at a multi-residential building following a heated argument over dogs. The 31-year-old female neighbor was repeatedly stabbed with a knife, an attack that left the victim with permanent disabilities, including limited mobility in her left arm. In court, the two sides were divided on sentencing. The Crown sought 6 years, while the defense was asking for 3. In delivering the 4.5-year sentence, the judge cited Brave's lack of a prior criminal record, her express remorse, and her mental health, specifically a diagnosis of borderline personality disorder. She was also granted a Duncan credit of 120 days due to harsh conditions during her pre-sentence custody. Because Brave has already served a little over 2 years behind bars, she now only has 894 days left to serve, just shy of 2.5 years. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
Well, we knew the bitterly cold temperatures were coming, and boy, did they ever arrive. The big question is, how long will they last? To tell us more, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman. Rick.
Tony, until tomorrow should be better, of course. We've got the chance of flurries throughout Northeastern Ontario. As you can plainly see with our systems map brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at CAA.ca. We've got some flurry action coming up, not only for tomorrow, but Saturday as well. Variation in temperature is going to be another cold night, Tony. The wind chill, of course, now we're talking about minus 29, minus 30, minus 31. We'll check that out a little bit later on, but another cold night, but it will warm up tomorrow. Of course, we get rid of the sunshine, but we do have some precipitation. Details coming up just minutes away.
Thanks, Rick. Police in Timmins are warning about an increase in counterfeit cash over the past few months. Police say the fake bills are primarily $50 and $100 bills, and many include a common serial number. They say similar activity has been reported in other northern communities. They're warning the public and local businesses to be vigilant about checking currency. And a warning for residents in Sault Ste. Marie to be aware of scammers claiming a connection to the local hospital. Officials with Sault Area Hospital say that a local business was contacted by an individual claiming to be raising funds for children's magazines, with funds going to the hospital. And hospital representatives are sounding the alarm that they have no connection to this person and warn the public to be cautious. Friends and family of the woman who passed away at Energy Court Monday gathered for a service in Sudbury this afternoon. CTV's Madison Merrier has that story.
It was an emotional day for many friends and family as they sang, drummed, and smudged at Energy Court, where their loved one Amanda passed away.
She was very spiritful, very happy. Just, you know, she could walk into a room and make anybody smile, laugh. Just very cheerful.
Some community members placed flowers and teddy bears next to the image of Amanda, while others placed tobacco.
We're just overwhelmed with the amount of support, and somebody even made a song. We just listened to it before we actually got here. It's beautiful. It's nice that people, you know, are remembering Amanda, she's affected a lot of us in different ways.
She knows that we are here. She is looking down upon us, and she is so grateful that so many of us are here to honor her and to remember her. We can raise each other up.
Amanda's family want people to remember her as her younger self.
I wanted people to remember my sister as the champion she was when she was younger. She loved wrestling in her youth years. She was very artistic, loved to draw.
Her life over there will be different. So much different than what we know, that we hear. No hunger, no pain. Oh, just wonderful things when she has crossed over.
Authorities are still investigating. Meanwhile, Amanda's sister is calling for more housing for people with mental health issues and schizophrenia. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
One of the trustees with Near North District School Board, who was dissolved when that board was taken over by the provincial government, has started a petition. It calls on Education Minister Paul Calandra to refrain from removing democratically elected trustees. The petition has garnered close to 500 signatures already. Bill Steer says trustees serve as a vital link between communities and schools, advocating for the needs of students and parents while ensuring local voices influence public education decision-making. Calandra dissolved the board's trustees and Chair Jay Aspin after announcing he was assuming control of the board late last year. It came after a ministry review found severe dysfunction, leading to the delayed opening of the $58 million Parry Sound School. And the petition is also supported by former school board chair Jay Aspin, who has written his own letter to Premier Ford calling on trustee protection. Canadore College and Nipissing University in North Bay are receiving millions of dollars from the province. Nipissing MPP Vic Fideli says $3.2 million will go to Canadore to renovate its machine shop, modernize the aviation simulation lab, and upgrade equipment used for several programs. Meanwhile, Nipissing will see $3 billion to upgrade classroom infrastructure, make repairs, and pair motion capture equipment with the latest technology to create an anatomy teaching lab that's opening in September.
For our nursing students and others who are able to use our simulation lab. So we're very appreciative of that technical support that allows us to deliver high-quality academic programs.
The money is part of the government's $242 million investment to upgrade classrooms and equipment at colleges and universities. It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Right now, we're heading to the mouth of the Mishipacotton River. This is courtesy of the municipality of Wawa. It's minus 17 degrees without the wind chill. We're back in a few minutes.
Fuel your Fridays with CTV and Pure Country. Enter online for a chance to win a $100 gas gift card. Fuel your Fridays. Powered by CAA. Life isn't one size fits all. Neither is CAA. You know, despite the cold temperatures and the wind chill, it was actually nice to have a full day of sunshine, at least in Greater Sudbury and throughout various areas of Northeastern Ontario. But like everything else, that's going to change by tomorrow. Let's have a look at our forecast radar as this system moves in with some form of precipitation. Chance of flurries for tomorrow, some light precipitation. And again, we'll get to some of those numbers in just a couple of minutes. 5-day forecast, Sudbury Nickel Belt flurries for tomorrow, minus 11, and that temperature will remain fairly constant at minus 11 at night. Chance of flurries on Saturday, warming up to minus 6, minus 15. Sunday, we've got chance of flurries, minus 10, minus 17. And the chance of flurries on Monday, minus 14, but dropping down to minus 25. Tuesday, more sunshine, it returns. Sun and cloud, minus 16, your daytime high. In Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, periods of snow tomorrow, minus 5. Saturday, we've got the chance of flurries, minus 5. Sunday, chance of flurries, minus 8. And flurry activity, minus 13 on the cool down for Monday, minus 12. Just a degree difference there. Cloud cover and minus 12. In Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, sun and cloud tomorrow, -12. Chance of flurries on Saturday, -11. -17 Sunday, chance of flurries at 40%. Monday, chance of flurries, -20. A couple of cold days coming up. And overnight Monday, -30 degrees. Tuesday, loads of sunshine with a high of -20. Your evening low will be -23. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, chance of flurries tomorrow, -12. Chance of flurries on Saturday at 60%, -6 on the warm-up. -11, it cools back down Sunday. Chance of flurries, and the chance of flurries Monday, -15 your expected high. Tuesday, getting colder, -18 with the sun and cloud. And even your evening temperatures, -19, -27, and warming up a little bit to -21 by Tuesday night. North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of flurries tomorrow, -9. Here we go, consecutive days of the risk or the chance of flurries. 60% Saturday, 40% on Sunday, and Monday at 60% again. -4, -9, and -12. So a nice variation in temperatures for North Bay, West Nipissing. And Tuesday, colder, sun and cloud with an expected high of -15. So Tony, some warmer weather, not as cold as what we've had the last couple of days, but we've got some snow, flurry activity, and periods of snow. Back to you.
Thanks, Rick. Algoma Steel calls it the end of an era in its 125-year history as a conventional integrated steel producer. In its move to produce only electric arc furnace steel, the company confirms the shutdown of its primary operations started yesterday with its coke-making assets. Algoma says the shutdown of iron-making and basic oxygen furnace steel-making assets will follow in the next few days. U.S. tariffs sped up the transition to electric arc furnace operations and resulting layoffs. For nearly 4 decades, the Elgin Street Mission in Sudbury has provided physical, emotional, and spiritual nourishment for the community. Today, it announced the highest total ever raised by a campaign in the 38-year history. CTV's Lindsay Alick reports.
It's a historic milestone.
We asked 31 corporate sponsors to donate $1,000. We ended up getting $55,000 in donations, surpassing the 31 days. So now there's 55 days in December.
Every December, Mission 31 brings the community together to raise funds and volunteer.
We have actually started this mission in 2009, and it was very small at the time. It was for 4 Rotarians to go out in the community with $500 and try to make it grow. And we came here, and we raised $6,000 that year, and every year it's grown little by little.
Officials say this is one of the mission's biggest fundraisers all year.
With times being what they are, everyone buys groceries and knows that those costs keep going up and up and up. We feed about 300 people a day, and so those food costs are extremely high. And so this is almost a third of our budget. So this helps us start the new year, 2026, in the black. And so for an organization, a nonprofit like us, it starts us off on the right foot.
One of the most notable donations was from Day Construction, having provided $31,000.
Our family were one of the first to donate to this cause, and we've continued to do that ever since. And again, it's a strong part of our faith and what we believe in, and giving back to community, giving people that are down and out a hand. And so we continue to, serve Mission 31. We have employees that come here and serve coffee and dinner on occasions, and we're just giving back to the community.
LaBreche says there are over 300 volunteers who serve breakfast and dinner every single day, but that they're always looking for more help. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
Recognizing their contributions coming up on CTV News at 5. Nipissing men's and women's hockey teams are set to help honor the Military Family Resource Center.
Abused for years by a monster.
Why isn't anybody coming?
Behind the worst mass killing in Canadian history.
As soon as he said it's too late, I thought I need help.
Sunday night, right after the game on CTV and Crave.
The Nipissing Lakers men's and women's hockey teams in North Bay are supporting the Canadian Armed Forces with 2 military appreciation night games. The Lakers are teaming up with 22 Wing Canadian Forces Base and the Military Family Resource Centre. The men's game is this Saturday against the Ontario Tech, while the women's game is January 24th against the University of Ottawa. Players will wear camouflage jerseys that will be auctioned after the game, with all proceeds going to the Military Family Resource Centre.
Maybe they've relocated here and they don't have extended family support here and they need someone to turn to for things like emergency childcare, respite childcare. There's a variety of situations. We do what we can during deployments, absence support.
Gives us a lot of motivation to come out strong in these games, and in the future we want to keep on continuing to have a good crowd here and get as much support for the military and our team as possible.
That's a great way to show respect and appreciation for the military, especially by doing it something we love to do and enjoy playing, right?
Over the years, Military Appreciation Night games have raised $50,000. Last night, the OHL showcased its top prospects, which included some of Northern Ontario's own star players.
Salandra has it, looking, snapshot, stop, they score!
North Bay's Ryder Callie finds the back of the net on the power play to get Team East on the board. It was a busy night of back and forth scoring, but Team West walked away with the win and a final score of 4-3. All 3 Northern OHL clubs are in action this evening. The Sudbury Wolves are in North Bay to take on the Battalion. Game time is 7 p.m. at Bort Longyear Memorial Gardens. And the Sioux Greyhounds are on the road in Sarnia to face off against the Sting. That start is at 7:05. In the NOJHL, just one game on the docket tonight. The last place French River Rapids will face the first place Sudbury Cubs at Countryside Arena. Game time is 7:10. Parts of Canada are being slammed by winter storms, but spring training for baseball isn't far away. Toronto Blue Jays catchers and pitchers will report to Dunedin, Florida on Wednesday, February 11th. That's less than 4 weeks. The team will hold its first full squad workout on February 16th, and the Jays will play their first spring training game on the 21st of February against the Philadelphia Phillies. Robots, they are everywhere. When we return, we check out the robotics program in the Algoma District School Board. You're watching First at 5. They are becoming more prevalent in our society. Many industries use them, and there are competitions involving them. We're talking about robots, and they are becoming increasingly popular in schools. Mark Carlucci is the robotics coordinator of the Algoma District School Board. He now joins us from Sault Ste. Marie. Hi there, Mark.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. So tell us about the robotics program at the Algoma District School Board. How does it work?
So we have a robotics program that runs from our elementary schools all the way up to our high schools. A bunch of community sponsors, Tenaris, PUC, and the professional engineers of Algoma. They all donate to help us run and provide robotics kits for our students. The students get a game each year that they compete in. And so they spend their fall building, designing, testing, coding these robots, and then they move into a local competition here. And we do one at the elementary level, one at the high school level. And we have some probably 170, 180 students, about 30, actually no, we're at about 50 teams this year that compete. Our top teams, they go through the day and compete at these the local event, which is, it's really neat. So they're collaborative matches. So you actually are partnered with another team and you work with them during the match. At the elementary level, it's 2-on-0. At the high school level, it's 2-on-2. So you're partnered with random teams throughout the day. So you got to learn to work, communicate with another team. So you're not just trying to be the best team, but you're trying to be the best partner.
And how do students develop, sorry to interrupt, How do students develop these skills from elementary all the way to high school? Do you help teach them? Do they learn on their own? Give our viewers an idea.
It's a bit of a mix. So our coaches will work with their teams and show them some basic techniques. We have some guided tutorials that we use and different resources, but a lot of it is we kind of let them dive right in, and it's very active learning. So rather than a lecture and more traditional methods like that, it's here you go, here's a kit, let's start building.
When students finish high school, do they have workforce ready skills?
Yes. During these events, like they're learning how to communicate, work on a team, communicate with other groups that may have different complete robot designs and ideas, so they're able to communicate different ideas, strategize, and workflows like that. They're also learning the problem solving skills and the coding and technical skills required to succeed, and they get that transferable set of skills that can go into any type of industry.
Mark, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mark Carlucci joined us from Sault Ste. Marie. And to see more of our Tech Talk segments, don't forget, head to our website, CTV News Northern Ontario.ca. Our first community close-up takes us east of Sault Ste. Marie to Bruce Mines. Ruth Thompson sent us this photograph. She says just a few days ago, when the temperatures were mild, snowmen started appearing in town. Thanks so much for this, Ruth. We're off to Sault Ste. Marie. Kirk Smith says a raven flew by and then landed right on a sign in the city. Kirk snapped this photo just 2 feet away from the big bird. Thanks for this, Kirk. And speaking of ravens, this bird was spotted in Swastika near Kirkland Lake. Ramon Bourgeois says it has been hanging around her husband's workshop. It has also made its presence known by its loud call. Great to hear from you, Raymond. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And finally, the cold weather might have you feeling down, but the northerner you're about to see doesn't mind it. The team at the Cochrane Polar Bear Habitat capturing this moment of Henry playing in the snow with a gourd under the caption, "Pumpkins can be food and fun." And there's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.